Hello, everyone. Still technical issues, but I'm going to figure out. Maybe one day I'm going to be finding sort of a standard setting for this. So let's see. I want to find my own stream on YouTube first. This is not my stream. Oh, come on. So I can see your chat, hopefully. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Doesn't want me to go to the chat. Let's see. Maybe I will have to restart YouTube here on my tablet. Here we go. Another. Yes, I'm in my own stream. Whoa, I did it. It seems I sort of confused YouTube earlier. I'm so sorry. So, yes, I did it. So, welcome to the Craft Kitchen and continuing making the Wraithwood Journal I started a few days ago. Actually, I guess it was already 1 week ago. So this is going to be a flip-flop endless journal. In here will be 6 signatures. Once I finished decorating the panels, I already put 2 of the signatures in using staples instead of sewing, because the folds of the journal, so of the base of the journal, of course, will be the spines. I'm going to decorate the edges here for sure, but first I want to finish making the panels. So in my mind, this is the beginning of the journal, so the cover, and when you flip through it and here, this will be the second cover. So I'm going to be working today on the second cover. For this, I already have this card and this hooded lady. The hooded lady, as well as most, or no, all of the printables of the journal itself, excuse me, are from Ink and Pages Wraithwood kits, to be exact, 3 kits. And this one is from TheMessyPaletteAu, her spirited kit, and I thought this fits perfectly here to make the cover. And to make this flip out here, I'm just going to be using a piece of this black cardstock, which actually is a piece of a file folder, and I'm using this exact file folder leftover piece because these file folders are meant to be bent and not to break, so I can actually use this here as a flip out. So attaching this here, and yeah, then I want to make a fold here, so I will have a flip out and will attach this here. And I also want to make a frame to the back side of the cardstock, so I can put in a journaling card, a photograph, whatever I can find. I didn't decide yet. First, let me share the link, because it might actually be that I confused my community, my dear family, to be exact. So the craft family, for some reason, StreamYard already activated the first live stream. Although I didn't go live, I have no idea why. Yeah, this is all still very new to me. So, going to make the backing for this. And I guess I'm going to make the backing a bit bigger. So matte this, because all my journaling cards are matted as well. Also this one I already put in here. Good morning, Diana. How are you? Nice to see you. Sorry, I might have confused you, or I would like to blame it on StreamYard. Because for some reason StreamYard started the first live, or announced the live that I was trying to start before without me even going live, and I couldn't reactivate this upcoming live, so I had to start a new stream. Hey Jutta, welcome. So what's the time for you girls at the moment? Here it is 4:35 in the afternoon already. So it took me a while to set up the stream, although I told Brenda, Saucy Brenda, I will be live at 4 p.m. today because my son is back home already. And of course I had to, coordinate with him what's going to happen today. I mean, I'm not the only one living here. Sometimes I wish. But hey, no, I love my kids and my son and my husband. Really, I love them. So, yes, I want to make this into a tuck spot. So I'm gonna be leaving this a bit longer here. Wow, that's early, Jutta. That's quite early. Well, at 7:30 this morning, I already had the flat for myself. But yeah, you couldn't say I was awake because I was attending Adria's birthday party yesterday. Adria, aka Woman with a Weenie, and I went to bed at 1:30 last night and had to get up at 5:30. This didn't feel good this morning. So I actually had a long nap this early afternoon until Max came home. So I want to be, quite precise. You know what I mean. I want to do this very correctly because I will need a closure when this is glued down to my front, of course, so it doesn't flap around. And I already added yeah, a flip out here. So I will add this flip out opening to this side. So I have two flip outs to, yeah, the edge of my page. And this I want to close with sort of a slide on belly band. I have no idea how this is called. Jutta, I started this when Pam started her flippy floppy, and I actually just wanted to make, or still want to make, in Endless Journal, but I like to add some, yeah, flips and flops and belly bands and whatnot. Well, not belly bands so much, but you know, the tiniest bit of kitsch. I think it's kitsch because you don't need it, but it's nice. So yeah, the Endless Journal I'm making here will also have some flip outs in the end. This is not a 90-degree angle, or is it? Well, it seems to be. It doesn't look like it. Maybe my book is not in a 90-degree angle. Oh no, this would be unfortunate. Let's see. It is. Okay, it just looks a bit crooked. Ooh. Language. So, yes, I'm going to make another score line here, just so this will fold the tiniest bit more smoothly. See? Yeah, so I made, I don't know, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, maybe a 32 of an inch. I don't know of a gusset here. So this will fold a bit better because this is quite sturdy cardstock I'm using for this. Yeah, much better. Yes, yes, yes. So first thing I want to do is to mat the picture of the, I'm calling it Wraithwood Manor, but it actually is from Die's kit, from Die's New Spirited kit. But it fits the Wraithwood perfectly. I was looking for my gel medium. Let's see, I will need a waste paper. And this way. Oh, and I also, I don't know if you can see this, yesterday on Winnie's live stream, I added a lot of embossing, heat embossing to my journaling cards. The moon is embossed and I embossed the windows. So everything that should be the shiny, tiniest bit shiny is now shiny. So I will need my brush. Oh, and I forgot to wet my rag. Back in a sec. The good thing actually is the craft kitchen really could be a kitchen. So I do have a sink right behind me. Where did I put my brush? There it is. So, going to let this. Here we go. yeah, I guess this will be sort of a quite simple but fun pocket in the end because of the closure and hopefully the frame inside. I want to use this dressable cardstock from, yeah, it's actually Tim Holtz. It's not Ranger, right? Ideology cardstock for the frame. So make a aged looking frame, maybe even a bit spooky, I don't know yet. So which way around? I already confused myself again. This way. Go, matching this. Not going to use my bone folder to press this on here because I could scratch the picture. Yeah, even more. I already did here because I've been using a bone folder. And because the edges are the tiniest bit damp, I removed a bit of the ink here, but not to worry. I do have a black backing, so I can just go over here with my ink dauber and repair this. Nothing happened. Yes. So now for the back side. I want to make a frame with this distressable cardstock to put on the inside of my flap, like so. And I guess I'm going to add an acetate window as well, using a piece of packaging for this, so plastic packaging. Hey Michelle, I always keep this packaging because you never know, right? Well, sometimes hubby is scolding me because I also keep the way too thin packaging, but sometimes you want to use this. And he always tells me, you are the one telling me you do have no room in the craft kitchen, but you're keeping all sorts of junk. Yeah, I'm making junk journals. Of course I need junk for this. So let's cut this and then I'm going to distress it. And let's see what else to add here. Oh, would be nice if I would cut along the ruler, so it would be a straight cut. So, for some reason, I don't know why. Well, this time I do have a portrait stream. Yay for this. YouTube didn't want me to do this, but I can't get my stream picture in full frame. Why ever this is, I have no idea. StreamYard is telling me this is the widest it gets. I don't know if you have seen, for example, Casey's stream. He has the full frame, although he's using the free version of StreamYard. No, words, Tina, words. So let's see. Inches or centimeters? No, 1 centimeter is not enough, so I'm going to be using inches. Would be best if I... Oh no! Ha! Again, using my favorite tool, my triangular ruler. Let me measure how much an inch is in centimeters, so I can find the measurement, half an inch, sorry. I can find the measurement on my ruler in centimeters. Let's see. Half an inch is about 1.3 centimeters. Perfect. Oh, it's beginning to get very windy outside. I'm a bit worried because it's this time. Is it already autumn for you as well? So like with a lot of rain and a lot of wind, maybe even storms? You? 1.3. Again. I'm not sure if this will be enough, but I guess, yeah, it should be. Because the cardstock of the flap is already quite sturdy, and then the distressable cardstock as well. And if I would make the frame bigger, it would be hard to get the photograph behind. So I guess, yeah, I'm going to go with half an inch. Yes. So cutting out the frame, and only then I will distress it, so it will look a bit more natural. Here comes my son. Doo -doo -doo -doo. Straight to his room. I really want to cut this more or less straight. If it would be a bit bigger, I wouldn't mind maybe having 1 or 2 millimeters off, but for this it would look very wonky at the first glance. So, and here. Here we go. And of course I'm going to keep the inside, because this distressable cardstock is really expensive, and I can't get the cheap stuff from, I guess it was Crayola here. So yeah, I will keep every little bit, because of, even if it would just be 1.5 by 1 inch, I could make a label from. So let's see, I will need, I'm going to start with a bit rough, the tiniest bit rougher sanding disc. By the way, I make my sanding discs myself. So there are these sanding machines you put the sanding paper onto with Velcro, and I'm using, yeah, actually the sanding paper the man can't use anymore in the workshop because they don't sand that good anymore, so are worn out more or less. But for paper crafts, they are perfectly fine. I just cut them into circles. Oh no. Okay, here I will have no. I didn't know this was peeling off so easy. No. Well, it seems once I've used up this expensive stuff here, which will not happen anytime soon. I'm going to be making my own distressable cardstock. I don't know if you have seen Tony's video, Crafty by Tony, quite a while ago. So in one of her videos, she first said, okay, the Crayola, the cardstock, black cardstock is the same with the brown core. And then she realized, although she is in the UK, so Europe, that not everyone can get their hands on Crayola. And she made a few tests. And the best option was to paint the cardstock, the brown cardstock, with acrylic paint and then sand it. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous and so easy. So this is what I'm going to be going to make next. Let's see, sort of a stock of distressable cardstock, so that I won't have to pay that much for my craft supplies. Let's see, I'm going to be using this for fine sanding. Just to give it the frame a bit more depth. Yes, I already like it. I didn't do much, but I already like it. Let's see. Oh yes. Yeah, let me remove this mess here. And if you don't mind, please to give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, of course. Well, actually, I am one. I only give a thumbs up if I like or did like what I see. But I've been changing this habit with Pam, the ginger cat lady, because she is my, yeah, breakfast TV. And whenever I join the breakfast TV live, she gets a thumbs up already. So I'm going to ink this a bit more. Just to sort of close the edges, because I really don't like looking at blank or even white edges. Also on the inside. Yeah. Yes, 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 I love it. And again, inking my fingers, of course. But if you don't have inky fingers at the end of a session, you didn't have that much fun. I mean, even when fuzzy cutting, I will get sort of inky fingers because I have to touch the prints. And a bit of this will come off. I guess I want to sort of, yeah, turning this a bit more shadowy as well as up here. Just going slightly over this so it doesn't shine through too bright and will look a bit more grayish and worn and yeah, of course, old and grungy. I'm actually thinking to maybe add a bit of cracker paste. Yeah, well, I can do this later. Let's see. Adding this here, and then of course I forgot to bring my clear packaging back in a sec. Oh, well, I wouldn't need it right now because I really will be back in a sec. But Pam, the ginger cat lady, made me a BRB sign right after I had my last live session 2 days ago, and I really had to laugh very hard. I mean, I saw this at about 6 in the morning. No, yeah, yeah, 6 in the morning on my phone. So it was small, and I thought, looks very German because of the writing and the antlers, sort of antlers as well. And when I had this on the big screen for the first time and took a closer look, I don't know if you really can see this. This looks a bit like, yeah, well, the writing already is 1910-ish, and then the background looks like directly out of a silent movie, right? Bela Lugosi feelings. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, Becca. We'll be back. I'm going to be looking for my acetate sheets, which I have right here. So, this is my, oh, sorry for the glare, my collection. Let's see. I want to have something that maybe is a bit more sturdy than just absolutely thin packaging. What's happening? Where did I put my frame? What this? I just had the frame and the card here. Hello. Maybe maybe going back in the stream will be a good idea, so I can see where I put it after I sanded it. Rewind is a absolutely perfect option. I really can't find it. What happened? I know you know where I put it, but I can't remember and you can't tell me. Ah, it it's stuck under here. Of course it did. Thank you, Becca, for reminding them. So let's see. This has a hole. No. This is a bit thin, but at least it is not crumpled. This is also quite thin, I guess. Yeah. This is an actual sheet, but I treasure the really thick pieces because I don't have many of them. But in the I know what I'm going to be using. Oh yes, I found an old, here we are, an old writing book of my daughters. I keep everything really. Everything paper and photo and craft related I don't throw away. So I kept her notebook, school notebook, and it had this envelope, this plastic envelope, and this is so nicely scrunched and yellowed. I love it. So I'm going to be using this to make the window for the frame. Hey, Han. I do, yes. And Han, you know what? I'm using StreamYard for this. Of course I do, because not even, well, YouTube itself wanted to communicate with my camera. But for some reason, I mean, you can see it, I can't put my picture to be shown to the entire frame. This is what I am left with at the moment. So the option StreamYard gives me, well, we're getting there, hopefully. Someday, maybe. Go away. So, see. I think I think cutting the acetate or the plastic sheets to size is the worst part. But I really like how this will look in the end. So I'm sort of torturing myself with this. Something went wrong here because this is not straight at all. Maybe my frame slit. So this is my cutting line. Yeah, and really, so the portrait view is not fun. I really hate it, especially because it just reminds me too much of TikTok, and I hate TikTok. Not only the app, but yeah, actually mostly the people using the app. Sorry if I say so, but many of them are, yeah, they're actually rude on their own streams, and they don't mind if their guests are rude or the viewers are rude. Not for me, no. And also, it's really, it's not my tempo. Yes. So I will need a bit of double-sided tape. See which width it will be. Why do I have to show? What the heck? Yes. It should give me an option to make some of you at least one of you, my moderator, but I will have to find the setting for this. Sorry for the shaky camera. I don't know where I can do this. I guess I will have to read into this. Really? I mean, hello. You're not even allowed to to show twat. Really? But how is okay. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, adding double-sided tissue tape here. Usually I would trust this tape. Not only because of the brand, it's quite cheap here from our cheap store, but also because it's not meant to hold forever, especially not on plastic, but it won't have to hold too much here, so I'm going to be using this just to put my acetate here inside. To YouTube. So you have to go to YouTube Studio, I guess. I guess I want to burnish this first to hopefully help it stick a bit better. YouTube Studio. Great thing for this, I have to leave my own stream. Yay! Because I'm not at my PC, of course. Yeah, I don't have no room for this. I am at a tablet here, so I will have to close the window. Where did I? There is YouTube Studio. Show me the live stream. No, it doesn't. No, not showing up. Too bad. Well, yeah, I guess I will have to read into this and learning curve, right? On another device. Yeah, I do have it here. So this means okay, 3 dots. Not on my tablet. Funny thing is, the Android on tablets is actually different from the Android on phones. And I already can tell you, I won't find it on my phone, and also my camera would shut off if I used my phone yet. No. Not going to happen anytime soon. Settings. Ah, I found it, but only by accident. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. No. Hmm. No, I can't set mods here. It was another option. Well, I will find it someday. Maybe I even will have a laptop. Well, not this year, but next year for the craft kitchen. Hopefully, my neighbor, Claudia, can organize 1, 2, 3, 4, many more laptops from a friend of hers who is going to switch to new to new laptops for her office. So yeah, maybe I can get a laptop for the craft kitchen. I do, Han, I do. It is open. So the chat is open and I found these settings, but it didn't give me an option to make anyone a moderator. Only the option to what's it called? Yeah, to set to private or only or subscribers only. You know what I mean. To filter out the participants. Right. Yes. So, and since this will be a side-loading pocket or top, let's see. Which option will look better here? I guess top loading it is. I want to add at least a strip of paper here to the top that goes right to the edge of my frame, so I don't get stuck here at the acetate when I put a picture into the frame. I know I do have a lot of cutoffs here. I would like to use a black cutoff, offcut. Hello, Lana. Tiniest bit too short. Yes. If you hover the chat or the person you want to moderate and three dots should show. Ooh. There you go, Hen. You put this on yourself. And I know. Oh, Jenny isn't here yet because Jenny loves to moderate. I still don't know. And if you don't want to, I know it's really just a joke, you know this. If you don't want to, I'm totally fine with it. Cheryl, I still don't know. What's this about Tommy's smile? I must have missed this at some point. See again, and I forgot to remove this heart feature. So this chat reaction feature takes time. It takes the tiniest bit of time before I can actually read what you are writing. It's so unnecessarily annoying. I know. Oh yeah, I took my scissors over to the kitchen with me. Yep, been doing some fuzzy cutting this morning, but I actually could barely see what I've been doing because I was so very tired. I'm really too old to go to parties, so to late night parties. Oh, Cheryl, I watched the replay because I missed about half an hour. Really? Tommy's smiling. Well, I'm going to go back. By the way, I could watch your replay right after you closed the live stream. I don't know what happened at your side. Yes. So I will have to put the tape very, very close to the edge, hopefully. Yeah. Maybe, just maybe, it would have been easier to first randomly glue down the tape to the piece of paper and then just cut it out. Just maybe. But why go easy on myself? No need for this. Vicky, hello. Welcome, welcome. Are you still in Texas? Cheryl, you still can't watch it? Okay. That's strange. But it's your own stream. I mean, when you log in with your account, you should be able to watch it. Curious, curious. So where is my, here. I think this is still a bit boring. So what to add? Oh yeah, first of all, black splatter stamping. If I can find my family splatters. Oh, here we go. So using my favorite splatter stamp for this. Oh no. Yeah. Maybe not putting fingerprints on the acetate sheet. This is not a case closed file. So next try. Here we go. Oh yes, oh yes. I have to be a bit careful because the ink still is quite juicy. I mean, I bought the ink pad about 6 months ago already, but it takes quite a while until you have to refill the VersaFine Clear inks. I love it. I really, really love it. But instead of the splattering down here, maybe I just want to add some corners. Not like around the page book corners, but just corners on top. So it looks a bit more elegant, I'd say. So fitting a manner. Let's see. I really might have some gold paper or cardstock, but I also have this corner punch I had to put down to the lowest to the lowest drawer because it's the big one, and these punches are quite big. So let's see, when I let's use the scrap piece of paper Punch out corner here. What do I get? Besides stuck paper. Great. Maybe I should use a thinner piece. Please open. Thank you. Next try. Here we go. Yeah, Lana Ranger is quite expensive. But what I have here from Ranger, I do have already, I do have gathered in about 6 years. The only thing I bought, yeah, quite early when I first started, were the the standard distress brown inks. So the pack of 4. I have no, here it is. Only because, I mean, YouTube is full of Ranger and Tim Holtz, and actually I thought these were the only distress inks, so water reactive and all of this. So I bought them. Yeah, I'm trying to use them up at the moment because actually, in my opinion, there are better inks. So let's try this again. I'm really not using this corner punch often enough, so I have to figure out how it works on the fly. Go in there. Thank you. Oh, wrong way. Oh my goodness. Where to put you? No, I can't get this back without having a closer look. So let's see what we get here. And if I like it on the frame. No. No, definitely not. So yeah, just golden, maybe cardstock pieces it will be. I will have to find the cardstock. I guess I know where I put it. But can't be that far away because the craft kitchen is not as big. Hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. Again, sorry for the glare. This was 2 things. I have to cut this down the tiniest bit so the glare won't be that harsh on you. This is a mirror sheet. I'm really surprised because I bought this cardstock for €1 on clearance at the cheap store, but it has really some shine on it. So where is my triangular rule? Will this be the right size? About. Well, I guess I want to make this a bit smaller. Maybe like so. I guess I can test this on the other side as well. Makes it much more easy. Sorry, I think I just grinded my teeth. Sorry if you heard this. It's a nasty habit if I'm stressed. Yes, I am stressed. I mean, I really, really love that you are here with me when I go live, but still, I'm quite nervous. And actually, I'm not used to entertain while crafting. Of course, I'm not. But I will get there eventually. So let's see. What if I just glue this on to my cardstock and then just cut it? Well, if I make it a bit more rectangular, this would be quite helpful. Not rectangular. It is rectangular. I should make it square, right? It is tiny. It really is tiny. How to get there? Yeah, I know. A square punch would be nice, but I would have to buy a square punch. Mm-mm. Some things I think are really unnecessary unless you use squares, for example, or hexagons or hearts or whatever very often. Then maybe a square punch would be useful, but not for me. So found the middle, sort of. I'm wondering if I cut this square. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it might, but my problem is this is really tiny and I have no idea where I put the smaller ruler. My plan was to reorganize my craft kitchen so I can find my stuff easy. Yeah, didn't work out yet. Well, I do it like Ham does it. I hide my stuff, my stuff from myself. Well, Steph did it as well, so I can be sure it is safe. Let's see. I guess I'm just going to eyeball it because, yeah, measuring the depth of this, I don't know. No, I really just want this the tiniest bit of a corner here. So I'm going to make this into my template. There we go. There are lots of things you could buy to make life easier, but the question always should be, does you need? Yeah, yes, Han, exactly. I mean, I actually was thinking to buy a KitchenAid. At least my daughter did, so no need for me to buy one. But how often do I need a KitchenAid? I mean, even if I'm making sourdough bread, I had a strip of gold here. Even if I make sourdough bread, I don't need the KitchenAid actually, because kneading the dough is more of spooning and folding it, so no need. for this. And since my daughter bought one, I can just use hers if I need one. So this should make 2. Oh, it's beginning to be stormy outside. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes, I love it. I love it. Try to find the right angle here without measuring. Here we go. Oh yes. Let's see what happens if I send this. Whoop. There goes my glue brush on top of my ephemera. Yay! Actually, nah, I really have to be very, very careful because, of course, the paper is foiled and it will peel. Now, no, too much stress. So let's see. I do have this greenish brown here. Portobello inks, actually my favorite, but I don't know if I dare to use it when Pam is around. Oh yes. It sticks the tiniest bit to the corners I just made. So they are not as shiny anymore. And a bit darker. Well, you really can't tell. Matte medium it is. Yes. There's a reason I do have matte medium, so I'm going to use it. Here we go. And again, I will need my waste paper. I know, putting on shiny paper for the corners, then painting. Ooh. Matte medium on top seems to be a bit dumb. But actually the gold doesn't have to be as shiny, in my opinion. So, yes. Would you please? I stuck to my fingernail. Oh yeah, it is hand. Really. So if you're making yeast dough, like the classical German yeast dough, you will have to use a lot of elbow grease because it's quite dry, but it needs to get fluffy in the end. So you actually have to knead it for at least 20 to 30 minutes. It's really therapeutic. And using a spoon for the sourdough, yeah, it's also quite hard to do, but I love it. Room here, and I need a drink. This will be dry in no time, I guess. That's better. I didn't bring a coffee today because after I didn't sleep that much last night, my stomach doesn't like coffee today. Not even tea. Yeah, chamomile tea, maybe. But no, I want my black tea. or my coffee. Would you please just dry? So what else can we do here? So with the gold corners added, I don't think I want to use grit paste anymore. Or another paste, that is. But it feels like I should do something about it. Oh, what I can do, I also have the crackle paint here. This will make really fine crackles, but if I put it just here and there, let me get another piece of waste paper. If I just put it here and there, it really looks like the frame has been polished very often for the last 150 years. Yes. Ooh. Okay, it already crackles from the pot to my paper. Where? Here. I need a brush, a soft brush preferably. I have too many brushes, really. But never the right one. Here we go. So I'm going to add a bit of the crackle paint here and there. Let's see. Here, maybe. There we go. A bit here on top. And here. And there will be one of the corners. So let's close it here, sort of close it. There will be also a corner, but I don't mind. Because I didn't pay attention and already put the crackle paint there. It is what it is. So like this. Maybe a bit here at the edge as well. And down here at the edge. So this has to dry on its own, because otherwise there will be no crackles. I hope this time it works, because depends on the background you're using for the crackle paint. On some papers, the crackle paint is just soaked in and doesn't just do the effect, so the wanted effect, the crackles, I guess. So I hope this is what happens most of the time with Ranger and ideology products. They work quite well together. That's the only reason why I sometimes rather buy Ranger or Tim Holtz than another brand. And yeah, I guess most of you know I do have sort of an aversion against Tim Holtz himself. So I don't get why mostly women fall for him, and yeah, his non-existent charm. He has no charm at all, in my opinion. Yes. And yeah, Hen is absolutely right. Absolutely right. You have to have glue, paint, ink, everything stuck down to your fingers. Well, I do have this damp rack here next to me, so I don't mess up my projects too much. But sometimes I just forget. And why the heck am I so thirsty? So, and as long as those are drying, so the corners are already dry, let's ink them so the ink can dry as well. And then I'm going to be making the closure for the two flaps. Where did I? There you go. Yes. I think his stuff is, I guess you wrote overpriced. There is this dang heart in front of your message, of your comment. I will have to find out how to remove it, but not now. I think Portobello might probably be a bit too light for this. Green and gold are quite close. Let's see. Maybe this. Here comes my son. He's at the sink preparing a drink for himself, so don't mind the water in the background. No, too bad it doesn't work with the Portobello. Well, good for Pam. Yeah, the darker brown is really better. Ooh, it also makes it look like red gold or almost copper. I like it. I really like it. Just great. I have to check. Nope, he actually closed the door. It is quite cold by today here. This morning we had 8 degrees Celsius, so I turned on the heater in here. But still, I do have cold feet, although I'm wearing leg warmers. So for the first time this autumn, not this year, because we will have like 8 degrees to -4-ish for the next 5 months. So yeah. Welcome to German autumn, winter, and spring. But I guess Han 17. What? We now have. Let me. The bird feeder is in the way. We now have 12. Yay! Yeah, it's actually autumn. I mean, I like autumn, but I like the sunny autumn days with about 18 to 20 degrees the best. I don't need like below 10. No. So this will be drying and this will be drying. Let's move on to the closure. I'm not going to glue this on here yet. Lana, what? It's spring in South Africa, isn't it? 16. Blah. about the same size. Yes. So like I told you, since I do have this flip out here on the inside of the first page, and this also will be a flip out, of course, when I move the first page, the flip outs will also move and be in the way eventually when I close it again. So I'm going to line those two flaps up, sort of line them up. And I'm going to be making a wraparound closure, but made of cardstock, so it will be a slide-on wraparound closure. I have really no idea how this is called, but I think it's a neat idea, if I might say so myself. So I need the height of this and black cardstock. For this I will need 2 pieces, because A4 won't be high enough for this. But I guess it's going to be 2 pieces of A4 actually. So not cut to size already, or cut smaller. If I can find my cardstock pad here. Hey Desiree, welcome. Let's see. I will have one longer and one more or less shorter piece here. Let's see, how wide do I want this? Where is my hooded woman? I need her for reference. And here she is. I know I put her here somewhere. So let's say about, eyeball this about, maybe I'm going to mark it down here, so I will have about the same width on both sides of her, not coat, what's it called? Her hood, yes. So let's see. How wide will this be? Ooh, not the corners, please. Here we go. This is 3.5. Perfect. I might want to use my triangular ruler instead of the mat, but I can't find it. Of course I can't find it. I do have centimeters here, so I can estimate 3.5. I don't want to use my bigger paper trimmer for this, or my A4 paper trimmer for this, because the blade is actually already dull after the first cut. So nah, makes a nice edge, so a frayed edge, of course. This is why I keep it. And also I didn't find another one that would be sort of small enough A4 to have it here at the desk. So I keep it and live with the fact that I have to use ruler and knife for this. So now, homework. So this, let's say I'm going to make it like, well, I know. I'm going to put my glue point behind her. I lost her again. Where did she go? Here. So this will be down here-ish. Considering the printable on the back side of, so I will make it, yeah, much smaller, and I hope that it doesn't tear. So how much is this? I really don't want to cover all of the old manor here. So this is now 1.8. No, 2 would be too much, so I'm going to try and figure out how to cut 1.8 here without using my triangular ruler, because I can't find it. I really can't find it. So this is 1.5, and yeah, that's about 1.3, I'd say. Did I say 1.8 earlier? I don't know. It's 1.3 centimeters. What? Sunburn 3 times in the last 2 weeks. So this is where our sunshine went, to the UK. Well, actually, I think they deserve a bit of sunshine now and then in the UK, because whenever I went to the UK working, it was just dark and moist and rainy and cold, even in August. But having sunburns is not as funny, I'd say. This. Then I will need another strap. I don't know if this will be... Oh, my paper is directional. Of course it is. Excuse me. So not going to measure this out up front. Just cutting this by more or less eyeballing. Glue the strip down to the first one, and then just eyeball where I will have to put it. So like this. There we go. And I will have to add this one here. Oh, let's just do it. Wait. Oi. Too much talking for me. I need another drink. Wait. Oi. Sorry for the noise. Oi, oi. And since I don't have any drink left for myself at the moment, but water, but I really, no, water doesn't work for me at the moment. I, let's say, borrowed a can of, what's it called? Energy drink, Flying Power Extreme from my son. Let's see if I can sleep tonight. So, making the strip longer, just the tiniest bit. You know what my problem is with being live? FOMO. You guys are having fun in the chat and I don't even get 10% of it. Here we go. Longer strip, then I will have to cut it to size. Perfect. Maybe, Lana, maybe. But actually, no, I don't think so. When I had my, yeah, in Germany, this is called Abitur. So it's actually sort of college, grade 11 to 13. But then again, not for all, because there is sort of a general college without this profession thingy. So yeah, when I had to write my dissertation for my college, I tried coughing pills. These were very popular in the 80s and 90s, 90s. They did nothing for me. Really. I have no idea why this is, but I also can drink, I don't know, like 2 liters of coffee a day, maybe. I will just sleep when I'm tired. Here we go. This looks weird. Good thing I know what it's meant to be. So this and this. I really don't want to glue this together, so it will be very tight here. And I'm just wrong. It is too tight already, although I tried folding it sort of a bit longer down here. So let's make another fold. From Malta. Yeah, well, UK is way south, and if I say if the sun gets a chance to shine through, I could imagine it will be maybe even stronger than down in Spain or Portugal or Italy. Yeah, so quite different. Here we go. Straight would be nice. Gluing this together. Okay, my son wants to go out, but it's really stormy at the moment, and it's about to rain. I'd say in the next 10 minutes, the latest. Because on the other hand, you can never tell here. It's a bit like at the coast. 1 minute you have massive clouds, and the next minute it's all sunshiny here. We'll see. Max? Okay, he's gone. He's back in his room. I wanted to ask him if he would like to bring me a doner kebab when he leaves the house or when he comes back. But I will have to wait with my question. Yes, perfect. I actually want to do something here. So to decorate it, but not all the way to the hooded lady. Just maybe a piece here. Let's see what paper I can find. I do have a lot of offcuts somewhere here underneath my cat. Hello, Shoki. Thank you very much. Let's see. Maybe this. No, doesn't work for me. How about you? Oh, that's a nice one. How about on the inside? Oh, that'll also work. Perfect. I do have smaller strips here as well. And cat hair. Yeah, I guess that's really it, Han. Especially if you come to the poles more close. Yeah. So just going to, should I say mini mat this? I'm not going to mat this entirely, but a bit. Say up to here. So bye, Jutta. I'm trying to figure out the time. It's 6 here, so for Jutta it is 11, I guess. I guess it was 5 hours from here, but I'm not so sure anymore. I'm always losing track of who and where and when. Ah, she'll need a nap. Okay. Oh, no, oh wait, Utah was Canada, right? Or was it Australia? I don't remember. Sorry. Yeah, it's already getting quite busy in Pam's community. I like it. I really like it. So many people, so many really nice, wonderful, and lovely people helping me here as well. I really appreciate it, girls. I love it. So let's see. Putting this on here, and I will tear it off somewhere here, maybe. If I can find my mark again, maybe using a pencil for this wasn't as clever. So, yes. No, 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 not Sweden. I don't remember, Lana. I really don't remember. It is so confusing. Lana, would you make dinner for me as well? I was in town yesterday, but on my way back home, I did have no intention whatsoever to go grocery shopping. So I have to do this tomorrow. I don't want to. Well, I'm pretty sure I can find some eggs in the fridge and some potatoes in the cupboard to make just baked eggs and potatoes, maybe oven baked potatoes. But actually, I don't have any veggies left, not even frozen veggies. And mind you, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? I don't remember. I got my groceries delivered. Yay! We don't do this very often because it's quite expensive. And already both our fridges are close to empty because of the appetite of a 16-year-old boy. Do I need to say more? Again, using the wrong pencil for this. See, I don't really, I don't hate water, but for some reason my body tells me at the moment I need sugar. I don't know why. Well, actually, I don't consume too many sugar, too much sugar. So, yeah, maybe my body's just right. But my problem with sugar actually is if I consume like the standard amount of sugar. I don't talk about Turkish amounts of sugar in bakeries, in pastries, or American. No, this doesn't work for me at all. Too much sugar would be like just, yes, cereals for breakfast, right? I don't feel well. I really don't feel well. And yeah, I'm getting hungry shortly after. Let's say I do have a sweet breakfast with toast and jam for 10 o'clock. I will have to eat the latest lunch 2 hours later. I really don't get it. But my body demands sugar at the moment. So, soda, as Americans call it, or lemonade, as we call it, it is. Yes, lemonade in Europe is something completely different from American lemonade, actually. Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's see, what do I want to add to the edges here? I don't want to leave it just blank. Jenny! Hello. Jenny, I wouldn't, yeah, it is a lot, but you're used to it. So, Germans are, first, Germans are used to consume less sugar. Not much less, but less. And yeah, I actually don't really like consuming sugar. So if I have a choice for corn, for example, when I'm at the movies, it definitely will be salty popcorn. Never sugar. And of course, for sure, no caramel. Or when watching a movie, for me, it is chips, or like Hen would call them, crisps. And for the boys, it's chocolate. No, can't do this. Where did I put my mark? Oh my, there you are. But mind you, now that you say Americans use a lot of sugar, I've been making a cheesecake for Christmas. I guess it was 3 years ago with German speculatius, so the German Christmas cookie biscuits thingies. Everyone except my daughter's mother-in-law and I was able to eat it. You would think cheesecake, well, evens out the sweetness, but in the cream, so in the recipe for the cream, there was so much sugar. When I made this cheesecake for the second time, I I actually reduced the amount of sugar by 30%, so I could eat it. Wow. Well, actually, Han, I am more a fan of baked cheesecake, so the German or yeah, the Eastern European version of cheesecake. But I thought for Christmas I do them a favor and actually make a, in my opinion, raw cheesecake. No, I didn't like it. So this is coming together so nicely. I will have to hurry the tiniest bit because Max wants to use the washing machine, which which is directly behind me. Yes, he's doing his own laundry. I'm really grateful for this because he wanted to have his laundry bag in his own room. And I said, okay, if you do want your laundry bag in your own room, you can as well do your own laundry. And he said, yeah, okay, why not? I have to learn it anyway. Yes. I already have to do like, yeah, laundry for 3, for just hubby and me, because of his work clothing. It's always very dirty and of course sweaty in summer when working at the hot machines. So I'm very thankful my son does his own laundry. But I don't want him to wait for too long or yeah, start the washing machine too late because he will have to hang up his laundry after. And I think he should go to bed today the tiniest bit early than yesterday. We both had a hard day yesterday. What is a texture? Yes. There is a heart in the way. I have to wait until it moves. I can't move it myself. So let's see. This way around. Oh yes. Oh yes. Texture thing. Um, Actually, Han, I don't know what I was babbling. I don't remember. You know, if I can't find words for things or for stuff, it's always stuff or things or thingies. Yesterday, Han, Adriana, aka Woman with the Weenie, so Weenie Woman, had her birthday party online, so live with Casey. And yeah, her birthday party started at 4:30 her time, but it already was 10:30 my time, so I slept 3 hours beforehand, but this didn't help at all. I stayed up until 1:30-ish and fell asleep at about 2 o'clock and had to get up at 5:30. It was horrible. So let's see, what do I want to do here? Oh, I know. I've been using this paste throughout the journal already. So I'm going to use it here as well, just to give it the tiniest bit of a glance. Really just absolutely thin-ish around here. So yeah. Lana, have fun. Don't do too much, you know. Adulting is it sucks. Let's put it like this. So don't do too much cooking, and I guess we see you tomorrow morning. So Han and I, that is. The others will see you today at night. Have a great day. Ah, texture thing. Ah, now the cheesecake. Yeah. Well, yeah. Han, yeah. So either if you use white cheese or curd, doesn't matter. The texture is always a bit sort of sticky to the teeth. I really can't describe it, but yeah, I know what you mean. My brother always said that curd and white cheese just have this dry-ish texture. I guess I know what he means. So, do I have everything decorated now here? About. Almost there. Yes. Just the tiniest bit of shine. Ooh, it's nice, it's nice. Adding the lady down here as well. Oh my gosh, I love it. Again, I'm in love what I made myself. I know. It's not nice. I love it. I don't know about the US, but is it the same there? You are not allowed as kids to be proud of what you made yourself or an idea you came up with? Oh no, Han. But actually, who keeps you from sleeping whenever you want? It's your choice now. And why did you stay up all night yesterday? Did you already work on your new journal. Oh yes, this turned out really yummy. So I do have the closure with the lady here in front of the manor, the ghostly manor, spirited manor. And here I do have the closure to hold this flap. I just love it. I'm thinking maybe to put something on top of this, but not now. I will have to finish the flap first. Let's see, since I've been using this, the gilding wax on my sort of belly band, I will use it here as well. I should have watched the time before I jumped into making the entire front page. Well, now I do have another very long life for my neighbor Claudia to watch on replay. See, I almost forgot. So since we're close to the end of this live session, I was talking about this with my husband the other day, and after I was thinking about it quite some time, I guess the concept of the craft kitchen will be much more live sessions from now on, because I really don't want to stress myself editing videos too often. I mean, you have to sort of throw out a video like every 10 days, the latest. For the algorithm, better is every 3 days. No, not going to happen. Yeah, and if I do lives, I just can upload, or they will automatically upload, and I can just set them to public. This makes my life much more easy, and I will have enough time to do, what mothers and adults in general are supposed to do. Well, to my luck, I don't have to work, but still, a household is, quite some work, right? So if I do it like this, I will not stress myself too much, but just use the time I have when I sit here, just turn on the camera, the camera, and go live. Oh, Jenny, since you're here and writing in gray underneath, Han in blue, I just made Han a moderator for my channel. And I know you like to do this job. So would you mind being a moderator for my channel as well, honey? Okay, she flees. I guess this answers my question. No, not honey, it's fine. See you tomorrow. So my tomorrow. Bye. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Perfect timing. This is just great. So I guess I want to turn this into a tuck spot. No, I'm going to make this actually a pocket at this height, or I don't know. No, it's going to be a tuck spot. Much, much better. So I'm going to sand my file folder piece the tiniest bit, because the material of the file folders is polished, so it doesn't take on the water or humidity, rain for example, too soon, too fast. And by sanding it, it will stick to the paper when gluing down much better. So added a tuck spot here, made a mess here, of course I did. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I do. See, I also can use a damp rag here to remove my gilding wax. So yeah, the file folder paper is the tiniest bit polished. Well, no, it's more than just a bit polished. So it can be used by 13 or 14-year-old boys for longer than 2 weeks. Hello, Brenda. Yeah, but I'm about to leave, Brenda, because I just told everybody I'm a proud mom. I'm a really proud mom. My son is about to start the washing machine to wash his clothes, and I don't want him to have to hang up the the laundry too late, because the machine takes about 2 hours to finish the laundry. So yeah, I'm going offline when I finish doing this here. I should have done the gilding a bit later. Now it is what it is. Where put here did I put my frame? So I guess this turned out quite nicely. So yeah, of course you will have the glare. Let me put something on top. The glare of the acetate, tiniest bit, but I guess you can also see the tiniest crackles here on the paper. I didn't find a crackle medium, so a clear crackle medium yet, that you just can paint on and make bigger crackles on your own paper, art, whatever. It's always this two-step crackle thingies. This is not what I want. So to make this stick here a bit better, I'm also going to sand it, so the edges. Oh, see, it would be easier to put on the corners, the golden corners, to the frame before I glue everything down. Let's see, they are dry. Yes. So first the corners. I know. Here. I had some tweezers somewhere. Thank you, Han. It's turning out quite nice, actually. But really, I think most of this is because of Debbie's and Diane's papers. They are just awesome. Hen, did you buy all the Wraithwood Manor, or only some, or are you just using the freebie for your project? Come on. Oh, my son is gaming. It's getting very loud over there. But at least he's having fun and not yelling. Like it. Funny thing is, most of the guys he's gaming with from all over Germany, I know by now, because most of them have been here for his 16th birthday for 4 days. It was hell. It really was hell. So many teenagers here. But I enjoyed it, sort of. Well, I needed one week for a break, just to sort of come back to myself after this. But yeah, you could say I enjoyed it because Max was really, really happy. And if my kids are happy, I am happy. Oh my gosh, this looks so awesome. What? Yeah, it was only for 4 days, Brenda. No. I mean, they do have movie nights and on Friday nights, and they are 7 or 8. So every 6, 7, 8 weeks, it's Mac's turn to host the movie night. But I actually told the men, so my son-in-law and my husband, it would be really nice if the boys could use the workshop for these days, these Fridays. Yeah, but actually Fridays is also movie night for my son-in-law and my husband. It's a bit difficult. Yes, my son-in-law and my husband do have a beamer in the workshop. So it's more a man's cave by now. It's still a workshop, of course, because both of them, well, my son-in-law is the owner of the apartment house we live in, and they both are doing the caretaker job. So yeah, it is actually the workshop, but it turned into a man cave somehow at some point. I don't remember when. But they don't want the boys to be down there. I totally understand, because I wouldn't want them to be in my craft kitchen as well. So this to the inside. Come on. There must be some tool I can use for this. Come on. So. Oh, this is awesome. Ah. Why? Why am I moving it all the time? Sorry, I have to put my head under my camera. Messy dreadlocks incoming. I am so happy. In about 3 weeks, my dreadista will care for my dreadlocks, finally. So I will look nice and neat again. Great, just great. Oh, yes. Well, I bought the paper for €1. I guess I know why. The foil is coming off. Maybe when it's coming off eventually completely, I'm just going to paint it gold. But actually metallic paint and metallic foil are quite different in look. I would like it to just stay there. So do I have, well, this is a bit small, but I guess that'll do for now. So I'm going to print one of the photos to put it in here. Oh, this is great. And I also will have to mat the tuck spot here. Let's see. No, it's too boring. What do I have here? Oh. So this, it's a bit too green for my liking. Actually, the lady I put on my sort of belly band to close this is from a tag from the set, from the Wraithwood Forest set. And yeah, of course it fits, but it's too much green to put it here on top. So I guess I will find another tag to print out and just use it to mat my tuck spot. Here we go, tuck spot. Quite a big tuck spot this time, because every time I make a tuck spot about half or 2/3 of this size, it's, yeah, it's too small. So, maybe I overdid it this time. 41 steps. Oh my goodness. No bathroom. Oh, I am lucky. I do have this small flat here next to our, yeah, actually we do have a 2-room flat with a kitchen and a bathroom, and next door a 1-room flat with kitchen and bathroom. So Max likes to say it's his flat. No, it isn't. So we actually do have sort of 2 bathrooms. We can't use the bathroom over here to shower. We didn't prepare the bathroom to shower. Let's put it this way. But I do have a toilet. Oof. Very important. No, with no toilet. I guess I would have just used our office and sent hubby to the man cave. No, doesn't work for me. I really am surprised I didn't have to go pee during my life today, but I really need now. I really need to go to the bathroom. But I also need to end this live so Max can use the washing machine and I can sort of end my day with a nice cup of tea. Once I've closed this, hopefully, with a nice cup of tea, and maybe I'm going to eat something. Depends on what I can find. Yes, this, wow, it's getting better and better. It's just great. So this is what I made today. I made the closure for the first page, so the cover page, so to speak. And this closure holds this flip out as well as this. So it's a slide off. Opening this, you do have a, yes, sort of picture frame, old picture frame to the back. I'm going to mat this here as well. And then I do have a nice tuck spot here for a maybe big journaling card or a larger tag. This I made in my last live, so 2 days ago. I hinged this with some fabric. I still want to add a bit of bronze, copper, gold stenciling. I guess it will be this copper color because I've been using this quite a lot in the journal just to decorate it. I'm not sure what I'm going to make here. We will see. So this is just a flip out I made with one of the decorative pages from the Wraithwood Moon kit. Just a piece of book page. I made just like I did here, the flip out a bit larger. So I will do have I do have this pocket here, and I made also a journaling card from the other half of this A4 sheet. So this is an entire background paper, which is great. And yeah, already 2 signatures in, I guess. This pocket I made quite a while ago. This here was so much fun. It took me like forever to make this edge decoration. The idea for this came from Casey. So it is an old book spine. Underneath I put a piece of lace, then cheesecloth, and just a bit of what's the word? Yarn, right? And of course, distressed it and splattered on it. I just love it. It turned out so great. And here again, added a signature because I wanted to know if I want to do anything to this to this side here. I really love this design. I really don't want to cover it. So Casey came up with the idea of using an acetate, a clear pocket for this. But using a clear pocket would mean I would have to build a frame to glue the clear pocket on top. But I'm still stuck to this idea because I was thinking to use embossed clear embossed acetate for this. I'm not sure yet. So this is what I started when I was live with Pam. So actually the first decorations. And it turned out that Casey's idea just fits this cover, so this fringed cover, perfectly. And for sure I'm going to make at least one more of these page edges here. I love it. Then I made, this is just an offcut from a pocket. I made this into a paper clip, hidden paper clip. This sits on top of the page. Here is another pocket. Then here I do have a double pocket because at first I had a sorry, I need a drink. Second, please. Oui, oui. So at first I did have a, yeah, just simply slanted pocket here, straight slanted. And Pam and I was thinking it looks odd, and Pam just said it's just the shape of the pocket. So I just went with this die cut here all over the entire journal because I think it's, yeah, gives a nice touch to the damask look of the pages. Like it. So I changed it, and in fact I removed the first page. So I had to make this a bit bigger, and in the end it turned out that having this pocket style down to, down to here also looked just odd. So yeah, I added this pocket. This one I like. So I added an envelope here as a flip out. Also not from this kit, or is it? I don't remember. I've been using 4 different kits, 5 if you count dice kit as well. I added just a book page and a piece of coffee dyed paper to cover the flap here. Yeah, and then I was finished and was like, oh no, again, you forgot to add a closure. But Debbie always, or most of the time, has at least circles in her kits, and this time she also had the flags in her kit, so I added this for a closure. Perfect. This will do, and we're back at the back. Was on the balcony cooking dinner, so you're having barbecue or you're grilling tonight, Lana? Yes, Lana, that's what I was thinking, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to stitch it because I don't think I will have enough of the really sturdy acetate, so it might just be this acetate packaging you get from stamps, for example, or when buying die cuts. So yeah, I definitely will have to make a frame because barely arts glue. I tried to find, well, I found it, but really half the size of, so this might be, what is it? This is 4 ounces. And I, I, I think it was 3 ounces of barley arts glue, almost half, was 24 euros. No. And yeah, by now I figured barley arts is the only glue you can use to glue on acetate that will definitely dry and will be invisible after. So no. Sorry. My throat is getting really dry. I really don't know how Dai is doing this. Like every night, you know. Same with Pink Poodle and Jane. They are live for 12, 14 hours. No, wouldn't work for me. Lana, what's chicken a la king? I mean, the ingredients depend on where you live at, I guess. Yeah. Oh, Saucy. Saucy's asking if I grew up speaking English or if I learned English at school. It's actually only been at school, Saucy. My mother spoke English, but not that often. My father, so la la, he was better at Russian, actually. My grandparents didn't speak English at all, but in Germany you have to, or at my time you had to learn English from, mm, I guess it was 3rd grade. So in my case, at the age of 9. And by now it is from the 1st grade, sometimes even already at kindergarten. So we're all learning English here, so we can communicate in Europe. And also in Germany, many children have to learn a third language, actually. So they're growing up speaking German, of course. Well, my granddaughter is growing up speaking German and English. Um, then they learn English at school. Maybe they do have Turkish parents or Syrian parents, so of course they will speak Turkish and or Arabic as well. And then at the age of 10, 11, yes, most children have to learn another language. So I chose French because I would have loved to learn Latin, but not enough kids wanted to learn Latin, so no class in Latin. And Max is learning Spanish. He started learning French. He hated it. I totally agree. It's horrible. But in the end, it was mostly my English came mostly from watching TV series, TV shows, movies in English, if they came in English, of course, because I just hate the lip synchro. This out of line is so horrible. No, doesn't work for me. And also, for example, watching Doctor Who in German is not fun. Not at all. It's boring. It's really, really boring. And when I started watching Doctor Who with Matt Smith, I love him. He's just great. In English. And when I first time saw the German synchro, whoa, I just fled. Max is watching it in German because he doesn't understand the English accent. So, but no, doesn't work for me. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Well, I also was lucky I had to work in London for a few times at Designer's Block for the company. I've been working here in Germany. So yeah, I had no choice. So I had to speak English, right? And also I don't have I don't have any problem speaking English. Many Germans are like uh, I'm really almost ashamed to say this. Many Germans are like we live in Germany, so we have to speak German. No, we live in Europe, right? And the best option to communicate with each other is speaking English. I really disagree very often with my people. In Japanese. Thank you, Lana. English as a first language, Lana? I thought Afrikaans would be the official language in South Africa. Wow. Yes, Han, yeah, you're right. We learn badly because most of the time the teachers focus on grammar, not on pronunciation or, yeah, actually speaking English in lesson, right? Salah! Oh no, I'm about to leave. I have to make room for Max. Hey, Casey. Oh no. Casey, who would know you would just wake up? You would wake up at, what is it? 7, it's 1? Oh, it's your lunch break, right? And I guess Salah just had dinner and now free time. So yeah, like I just said, I will have to make room for Max so he can start the washing machine right behind me. And I really have to take a little walk, maybe not outside, I guess. I'm going to move the stairwell up and down for a few times. It's raining cats and dogs. Again, lovelies, I am so thankful you've been here helping me. This really means a lot to me because having you here is much more easy than some, yeah, total strangers I didn't know what to talk to about, right? Really, I like this option of having you here and just craft and go and just chat. Ah, Casey, so you're working late today. Thank you, Salah, right? And Salah, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to send you the link. Next time, next time. So, yeah, I was a bit confused because I had to coordinate with Max before going live. Next time I'm going live, I really will send you the link for the stream, for the StreamYard stream, so you can decide if you want to join or not. Yeah, since this is my second time live in the afternoon slash evening, um, I know how this works, Salah. Yes, I'm a mother as well. Yeah, since this is only my second live doing myself, I still have to find a routine, or yeah, I still have to coordinate with my son and my husband. So yeah, but actually, and I told you, 4 in the afternoon is not my time to craft at all. But hey, here I am. It works. I just have to communicate and to say, my time, not yours. I don't care what you want. It's a bit hard, but I'm getting there. Dearies, I see you tomorrow morning slash tonight. So for the most, it will be tonight. For me, it will be very early in the morning at Pam's. Thank you for being here. And English? Oh, Brenda, no, no, no. English is not a choice in school. You have to learn English in all of Europe. So, dearies, I see you later. Or, yeah, tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me, keeping my sanity intact. I love you. See you. Bye.